welcome back to my channel. My name is Hiba and this is my little journal. So today I decided that I'm going to share my projects, where I'm at the moment. We're kind of, more than midway through the year. I just have been so busy and haven't been able to film this and post it. So I thought, better late than never. And so we're going to do a flip through. I'm going to share where I'm at in every single project. As you guys know, I have a lot of projects going on. That's just me. I love to work in all kinds of different journals, but it's a great way for you to kind of see all my projects in one video. So let's put these aside and then we'll flip through my daily journal first. So for my daily journal, I think I'm going to start flipping from June. I just had a rough year. I know you guys know this. I've mentioned it multiple times here on my channel. And so I'm kind of not behind, well, kind of, but like there's a lot of spots that need to be filled out and I'm okay with that. I'll do it at some point. I'm not worried about it. I'm pretty good at keeping up with my daily journal. So the first half of my daily journal was crappy year. Honestly, the year just started really badly. My father had a stroke. He had 2 surgeries. It was just really, really rough. The world is in shambles. What Palestine is going through right now is just breaking my heart and I can't focus. And so 2025 started badly, but then yet, I thought life was getting better a little bit, but then my sister had to have surgery and my daughter as well. So you're going to see that. So literally since the beginning of the year till now, we have not had a break. It's just, I think I need to be putting evil eyes all around my family at this point. But anyways, so as you can see, June's calendar is not complete. I did not fill out the whole thing and I'm okay with that. I'll probably go back and do it and I probably won't. I'm not gonna worry about it. At this point, I just want to, just fill in my journal itself and not worry about like the cuteness of it, if that makes sense. Anyways, I did get to go on the Scrap Gals podcast. I discovered I had eczema. I'm telling you, there's moments throughout this month you'll see in June where I'm just like, oh. Anyways, we celebrated Eid, which was nice. I had a few lunch dates with friends and family sometimes. I got to go on the Paper Talk as well podcast, which was a lot of fun. Those ladies are a hoot. I really enjoy talking to them. Doctor appointments. Whenever I had a chance, I would be at the pool and just enjoy the sun. If you're not familiar with my daily journal, I use a lot of stamps, some of my own stamps, some other brands, and a lot of stickers and pet tape. I will trim out my pet tape and add those to kind of help me document the story. So you'll see a lot of this and that. I also have gaps in June, not many, but some. And some of these gaps are more of, I have no story to tell. I'm just done for the day. And I might go back in and probably add a sticker or maybe pet tape or washi tape strips or something. I'm not sure yet, but maybe I'll just leave it as is. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But you'll see here our AC broke down and man, was I mad. And so on the 24th, that's when my sister had her surgery. And you will notice the next few pages, I broke it down using my Let's Get Digital stamp set. I felt like because I was with her every single day, helping her recover, I felt like I needed to break it down by time. That's just how my brain works. And I like that more, especially when I'm doing the same thing over and over again. I think that makes more sense. I also talked about Laith's new job. Laith just graduated college with a biochemist degree, and he got a job at Coca-Cola's labs, which is pretty cool and exciting. He's so excited. He loves his job. And so I had to talk about that. And I'm still with my sister at this point. You'll see I didn't even fill this out. I need to go back in and fill that out. But in between your mid-year, basically, in between June and July, you get 2 pages, empty pages. And what I decided to do is to document my good days and my bad days. And I thought of this because we had so many bad days and bad moments in 2025 that I thought I need to document this separately, because I wanted to see if it was just in my head that all this crap is happening. But truly, as you can see, there's a lot of bad days. And so the good days, I talked about late graduating, I talked about my little business growing, and I talked about going to Chicago with the Peaches, which was so much fun. But literally, those are the good days, right? So you're talking about 6 months here. And then the bad days were so many. My dad had a stroke, had 2 different surgeries, found out that my sister has breast cancer. Sabine had to have surgery. Laith had an accident. Oh, my frozen shoulder. It was just a lot of things happening, and it's just devastating, honestly. I don't know how to even explain it, but I'm just hoping the other half of 2025 is better. Anyways, moving on. Literally a week later, my daughter had her surgery. So my mom started taking care of my sister, and I was taking care of Sabine. And for Sabine as well, I did the same exact thing. I broke down the days by time. That also helped. And you'll see that for days I was helping Sabine recover. I think here I was just talking about me breathing. I need to take a breather. I need to relax. It's just been so rough. For a good month, I was a caretaker, and it is not an easy task, honestly. It's just been way too much. Anyways, now we are back to norm, kind of. So Sabine started feeling better, which was so exciting. And I think at some point we do go to the doctor, and everything is well. My sister's doing better. My sister does have a few more surgeries, but hopefully things are going to be better for her. Now you're going to start seeing those empty spots in my daily journal. And there, really here, I know what's happening, like why I added this. I had a game night with my kids, so I will come in and fill these out, but you'll see that there's a lot of pages that are missing journaling, which is pretty sad. I don't like seeing my journal like that, but I will get to it and fill them out. I think, yeah, look at that, nothing. I am putting in the stickers and all that good stuff just as a reminder of what happened, and I will go back to my planner and see also what I did on that day. But I did want to mention that I picked up this pet tape from Miso Paper. Oh my gosh, I had this conversation with my Peaches one night on Zoom, and we mentioned this pet tape. It is expensive, shipping to the US, but I had it in my cart forever and then decided I'm just going to get it. Oh, well, I deserve it. I've been going through a lot of crap lately. And so I picked it up, and since I got it, oh my gosh, you guys, this pet tape is adorable. It is designed by the Cat Collage Club, and I'm just in love. It is the cutest pet tape ever. So I've been using it ever since I picked it up. Like, look how cute that cat is. She's so cute. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. That is my daily journal. It is not complete, and there's a lot of empty spots, but I'm gonna catch up. I am determined. But anyways, let's move on to my next project. Same goes for my 5-year diary. I started this year, and I'm just loving this thing. It is such a good way to document your day just in a few words. And if you can't keep up with the daily journal, I definitely recommend the 5-year. And I did pretty good. Actually, I had to show you something. So I started adding these collages, and these collages are basically on this page in between each month. And I thought, what do I do with these pages? At first, I just kept it as is, but I thought, maybe pictures. And I did these collages, and I actually like them, but I didn't keep up with it. So I don't know if I will keep up with it. But I just put moments that, like big moments that happened that month. So like for February, pictures of my dad and him going through this horrible time, surgery and everything, my son getting into an accident. So I think I did do it for March as well. And you'll see in March, I did highlight that it was Ramadan. I don't know, I just wanted to remember that. So I think I'll do that again for 2026. I think it would be nice to see when Ramadan started, when we had Eid and all that good stuff. Yeah, and I did it in March as well. It's like highlights again of March, going to Chicago. And so I kept up with this. I don't think I did one for April. Yeah, I see I didn't do one for April. Oh well. Anyways, graduation. So I basically highlight a big moment from that day, Mother's Day, things like that. I am behind in this, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see where I'm at this point. This is, by the way, a sterling ink notebook. I don't know if I mentioned that, but oh, and this is a hemlock and oak. I don't know if I mentioned that either, but I'll add links in the description box for you. But yeah, I'm still at July 14th. Basically, I am pretty behind in this, and I even stamped the weather a few days ahead. I need to catch up. I really, really love this journal, and it's not hard to catch up just because it's a small space, but I really want to keep up with it. So I'm gonna basically put some time aside to do this. But it's such a cute little journal to document your day and like keep up with all the things. I think it will be even cooler next year when I start filling it out 2026 and seeing what happened the year before on that day. So I am behind on this, but again, I will try to catch up on this very soon. So my Hemlock and Oak planner struggled as well, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to start from June. I think, yeah, didn't do the calendar. I think in June, because things were happening, I decided I'm not going to worry about the calendar. And I decided that I'm going to change it up, that I'm no longer going to add photos for my calendar, even though I didn't do a great job this year with my photos, because I thought I would use my calendar for something else. And because it got busy, I was like, I'll deal with it in 2026. But this is June, and I'm pretty good. I removed the thankful portion. I used to do what I was thankful for each day. I removed that because honestly, at this point, I'm done. I don't want to do anything thankful. I was just not happy with what's happening in 2025 about anything, like personal, general, the world, life, this country, everything. So I just left it. This is where my sister had surgery, and I just didn't have the time. I wasn't filling out my planner. Literally, my plans were her and only her at that point. Oh, and then in June, I started just adding my videos for YouTube, what's coming out, when, all that good stuff. So that worked. Then my daughter had surgery, and then it went blank for a few days. Okay, I went back the next week and just kind of filled out my plans and what I had to do. Because I was home with my daughter, so when she would nap, and she would take these long naps after surgery and stuff to rest, I would be able to do a little bit of work. But man, was I behind. I was behind on a lot of things. and you know, it's okay. This is the week I'm filming this video, and actually today's Thursday, and you'll see it's kind of blank because again, it's been a rough few days for me. I got my shipment and I was not happy, so there was just things that were happening and whatever. So I do have to, oh, I filled out my videos for the month, and I do have to set up August at some point, but it is what it is. It is a planner. It's not supposed to be all caught up and all filled out. You know, sometimes there's gaps, and sometimes, you know, it's, you have plans and you want to write them down, and sometimes you do not. So that is my Hemlock and Oak. This is a B5, by the way, with the soft cover, or the flex cover. And I do love this planner, and I believe I'm going to be using another one for 2026. So my Scrappy Spiral notebook, I am behind. I think a few months behind. I did a flip through of this in a recent video of my Scrappy Spiral notebook, so I don't think I'm gonna do a flip through today, but let's just start from, let's see, May. Oh, that's April. Oh, and I have gaps, by the way. I think I have a few gaps that need to be, yeah, like here I have to add journaling, and here I have to add journaling, but I can do that pretty quickly. But I think May, I finished May. I did set this up here on my channel, so you can see that video. I will link it, but I just documented Lathe graduating, which was so much fun. And then I did set up my June title page, but that was it. It's blank. No June, no July, but I'm not worried about it. I always say this, my Scrappy Spiral notebooks are really easy to put together, so I'll catch up really quickly. What I'll end up doing is printing the photos for June and then setting them up on the templates, and then I'll print the journaling and basically make it pretty after. So I will catch up pretty fast. I'm not worried about it because I love this journal. It's just a great way to document all those big moments in life. It could be happy or bad, basically, but I just want to make sure that I do keep up with this journal, because it's kind of like my little project life journal, and it's for the whole family, so I want to make sure that I keep up with this, so I'll get to it when I can. So for my currently journal is really for fun, so even if I'm a little bit behind, I'm fine with that. I actually printed some photos, and I always put them in the pocket at the front, so I have them ready when I am ready to document my currentlies. I will do a quick flip through of my currently journal just because it's simple and fast, but I just document movies, shows, podcasts, books, everything I'm doing at the moment, or watching and reading and all that good stuff at the moment. This has taken over for my reading journal. I no longer keep a reading journal. I feel like this is the simplest way, is just to add all my currentlies together, and I break it down by month. I also wanted to mention that this is a take a note notebook, and I have fallen in love with this notebook, you guys. It is so good. It's actually a planner, but I use it as a notebook. And oh, I found these stickers in my stash, so I have been using those to cover the months, because I'm not using this as a planner. So I have been covering up the months and the days of the week, kind of to make it work for my currently journal. But like I said, I'll even talk about tattoos that I've been thinking of and getting, basically. Good shows, bad shows, everything I've read. I haven't been reading much. I think I've read like 12 books this year, but because of life, I have just not been in the mood to be reading. I talk about like shopping for dresses and stuff on Pinterest. and my frozen shoulder, so basically disliking. I am using my currently stamp set. I have two currently stamp sets. One has the bigger currentlies and one has the smaller. I usually use the bigger one for this journal, but I think I do every once in a while use the smaller. Yeah, I see I use the smaller ones here. But in May, you'll see a lot of spots that need to be filled out. So shows that I watched and did not fill out, like my review on that. A movie that I watched, which is so cute. This movie is so cute. If you haven't watched The Life List, very cute. And I got to watch Fargo again, but with Leith. Around here, you know that Leith and I watch old movies together. And so some of them I've watched before and some I have not. So we watched them together. And this time around, we watched Fargo together. So it was a rewatch for me. So I stamped rewatching, but it was new to Leith. But we really enjoyed it. He loved it. So that is it for May, I think. Oh, we're in June. Okay, so I'm not that behind. So basically, I just have little spots here and there that I have to fill out. And then I have to document July. So I'll just start on a different page here and stamp out July or July currentlies and keep going. And like I said, this is just a fun journal. I don't have to be up to date with this or caught up or anything like that. I'm not taking this very serious. It's just a great way for me to document all the things I'm reading and watching and enjoying at the moment. So that is my currently in my Take a Note planner, which I mentioned earlier. I really love this little planner. And I think I'll be able to add multiple years to this, which is pretty cool. All right, let's take a look into my Hemlock and Oak B5 memory journal. This is something that I've been really enjoying. In 2025, I changed it up a little bit and I kept things more cohesive. So I've been using the same stamp on the side with black ink, and I've been using the same stamps to document the date of the week and the date. And I really like that because it helps my embellishments kind of pop, and also my pictures. I feel like before, when I was using different colors every single week, it was really pretty and was a lot of fun, but I like the black and the cohesiveness of using the same stamp over and over again. I'm gonna skip the next few pages. These are personal. That's when my father had surgery, and there's just pictures I don't want to share online, but I was pretty strong in catching up in this journal pretty quickly. This is actually where I decided that I might use my memory journal calendar to add the photos. So I'm not sure yet. I like how it looks, especially on this big page, but I haven't decided. I think by 2026, I'll decide where I'm going to do the photos in a calendar. It might be my daily journal, I'm not sure, but I'll figure it out by then. Anyways, I just talk about Ramadan, my son having an accident, my dad turning 85, my frozen shoulder, which by the way is getting better slowly. At least I'm not in pain. Ramadan, tidbits of Ramadan. Oh, I went to Chicago with the peaches, which was so fun. I miss the peaches already. But March is complete. I believe April as well. And a lot of times if I don't have a lot to say, I'll stamp out larger titles. That helps fill out the columns. And I use a lot of my stash. Like that's a 4x6 card that I trimmed down. Adding those big titles are so much fun. I really like this page just because the titles are pretty cool. So we are in, I skipped that, May. And I believe May is caught up. Oh no, May is not caught up. I totally forgot to add the journaling, or maybe I just didn't have time to add the journaling for this page. This is the week my son graduated, and I think I decided that I'm just gonna focus on his graduation because literally my life was his graduation that week. because he graduated, I think, on the Wednesday, and then we had his party on that Saturday. Oh, and I did document my mom's birthday. So, okay, so this page only, I didn't add the journaling because it seems like after we're good. Okay, so I just need to add journaling to this page. So we're done with May. Okay, I did a page in June, and it seems like that's it. Yeah. So 2 months behind basically in this journal. I just need to focus on one project at a time to be able to catch up. I think I don't want to overwhelm myself by, focusing on all of the projects. So I think I'm going to break it down at some point, and maybe I'll film a few of my videos trying to catch up. Fingers crossed. I'm not going to promise anything because honestly, with how life is right now, I don't even know or what to predict in the next few days. But anyways, that is my memory journal. It's not as bad. I'm basically 2 months behind. And I wanted to share this with you to be real. Like, I want you guys to know that I do fall behind. Life gets in the way, and that's okay. And if I catch up, I would be so happy. And if I don't, it's totally fine as well. Sometimes you just don't have the time to create, which is pretty sad for me. But when I do have the time, I will definitely catch up in these projects. Last but not least, my creative journal. Now, this is not a catch-up thing. I just wanted to share it with you because I feel like I don't know if I shared this with you or not. So recently, I've been falling back in love with the size, like the 6x8 size. This journal is a hemlock and oak that I cut down and put on discs. I've mentioned this before. This was not my idea. This was Julie from Plan to Create. And I love the idea of cutting down any journals I have from hemlock and oak that I'm not using and putting them on discs. And I've been using this one to create fun layouts. And honestly, since I started doing that, I have like totally fallen in love with this. I've even added some of my traveler's notebook layouts, and it's just become this like creative journal for me. And creative journal is not just one type of creative journal, if that makes sense. Creative journals can be anything that's creative to you. And putting these pages together is creative to me. And that's why I decided to call it a creative journal. And it's just been so fun putting these together. And like I said, I'm not behind in this or anything. I just create when I get some new stamps in, try them out, kind of play with it. Look at that. I have so many of these little dots washi tapes, so I decided to put together just a play kind of thing with them. Turned out pretty cool. Oh, and then we have another traveler's notebook. And so for this, I might back this up with something. I think I still have more. Yeah, like I made so many pages in here. I've just really been enjoying it. And not every single page has to be filled out and complete. And I just added some traveler's notebook layouts in here too. So basically that is my creative journal. I've really been having fun with this and just loving the size and loving adding my traveler's notebook pages in here as well. I think having all of them in one place removes the burden or the feeling that I have so many projects to work on, if that makes sense. So adding my traveler's notebook layouts in here has helped me kind of reduce the amount of projects. And also, let me grab that real quick, see where my currently journal is. There we go. And same with my currently journal, adding all the currentlies with my reading has helped me reduce another project, which was my reading journal. Not having a reading journal anymore just removed that burden of feeling like I had another project to fill out, if that makes sense. So at this point, I have 7 projects, ongoing projects. I don't really consider this as a project. Actually, I'm gonna remove this from my ongoing projects. So 6 ongoing projects. Some of them I always want to keep up with, like my 5-year diary, my daily journal, my memory journal, and my Scrappy spiral notebook as well. These are really, really important to me to keep up with. The others are just for fun and to help me kind of plan out my day. So my planner to me is not a project. My planner is basically a tool to help me keep up with life and work and all that good stuff. And this currently is just for fun, just to kind of see what I've been watching, what I've been doing, what I'm enjoying, what I'm not enjoying. So it all goes in here. So basically what I'm trying to say is, do not put pressure on yourself to keep up with things that, supposed to bring you joy. I am not stressed whatsoever. It's a-okay if I'm like behind on a few of these projects. I will catch up at some point. I usually am pretty good at it, so I don't stress about it. I just enjoy the process of catching up and reliving the moments or the memories that happened a month ago or 2 months ago. So remember to enjoy the process of creating and have fun with it. And I hope you enjoyed my quick flip through of all my projects from 2025. And I hope to be sharing more projects soon. I am trying really hard to at least have a video a week up on my channel every week, just because I don't have time to do more than one a week. But I promise once life gets better and things slow down, that I will be posting more and sharing more projects with you. But anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.